So D Will has to run the 40 tomorrow. So we're gonna go over to the field. There's a couple XFL coaches who wanna get a time on him. This is his last day, just kind of polishing up a lot of his technique and everything. It's just a matter of, making sure we nail our starts, get consistent with them, and then go from there. This is our dress rehearsal. We're gonna do everything exactly the same way we're gonna do it tomorrow. I don't want any surprises. I want his mind locked in on exactly what he needs to do. So I'm looking for consistency today. I want you right out the gate, having your check downs exactly what you're gonna do. Like I always say, it's just like a free throw. The way you line up, even your timing between your footsteps. I want all of that to be the exact same. Don't get in your head like I told you. If I see you stall in even one of those, I know that you're thinking about something too much. You can't get too technical in your head. You gotta line up and run at this point. All the work is done. He's got great top speed. We addressed this early on. He's played ball for the past couple of years, so it's not like he's had to run a 40, so we gotta go back to the technique of it. And really it's his start that's improved, but on the ball field, he's fast athlete. B-skip one time. If he can nail his start, he'll be a low 4.4. I mean, he'll all day standing up run 4.5. I'm not worried about that. Can he sneak into the sub 4.4? I'd like to see. It depends on how consistent his start is. If it all comes together, it's a fast time. All right, here's what I want. I just want you to line up on the line, 2-point start. Okay, exactly where your feet are gonna be distance-wise. So you could just get right on the line, set your feet up. Remember, I want you a little bit wider, right? Sit down, push the hips back, right? And I just want you to push out of both feet. Think big strides. So you're going about 50, 60%. Think long, powerful strides, driving out, punching that knee forward. All right, we're gonna go 2 of these. 50%, nice and easy. Just think punch that knee forward, almost like close to a bound. So think your first 2 steps are like a bound. Don't be so quick to run, be choppy. Think long, powerful, big pushes here. Put your hips down and back, shoulders forward. Roll into it, big push. Roll, push. Bang, bang, yes sir. The big thing with him that we worked on is he's a little bit, at first, he was cycling off the line, which created him to be a little bit shorter in his steps, a little bit choppier. So all we really focused on was being able to push a little bit longer, get a little bit more extension out of those steps. So we can cut him down. And then obviously the heel recovery, low heel recovery, so he's not cycling off the line. Same thing, just don't kick that foot out there. Remember, I want knee forward, not foot forward. So knee forward, tack back down. Wide stance, be comfortable. Try to get that front shin a little bit more aggressive going that way. Bang, 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 yes sir. That's it. A slower, longer push is faster to the line than quick and choppy going nowhere, right? So just keep that in mind. Let's line up. That one was better. That one was better and you kick back. So let's go ahead and line up. Depending how we go, I want 2 off bat. And then depending how consistent we are on those 2, we can start going from there. I don't need all out. I'd rather smooth, controlled, pretty technique. Yes, sir. I like it. I didn't want to fuck with you while you're getting set up. That back leg's a little long.
Like farther back?
It's not that it's long, it's just straightened out. Remember, we want to get a little juice out of it, so I need you to bring your hips down. You felt it? Remember, if that leg is long, I got nothing out of it. You're automatically gonna push all off this front. But if that back leg, if that knee's not bent and it's long back here, I'm not getting any juice out of it at all. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure your setup's right. Just think, you know, angles, you feel comfortable with your angles shooting out. Overall though, it was good. Stretch out, come back. There we go. Tension, big load. Ooh. What'd you do? Just a little aggressive on your front. That's all that was. That was your setup. You just got real aggressive on your front hand. And you'll know, when you lifted that arm, you could only hold that for a split second. You got to be able to hold it a little bit longer. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You felt it. You know what it is. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the angle, but don't flirt with it too much to where you're off balance falling forward. Come back under control. One step was a little bit in front, that's it. Everything else was back in attack, good trajectory, eyes were down. I'll take that all day. I'll take that all day. One more for me. Whole setup, everything good. Take your time. I don't even care if it's like 3 minutes, you feel me? Do whatever you gotta do. It's tough with some of these guys, especially with these new leagues, out of the nowhere, coach will ask them to run. And, obviously it's just a quick brush up on all the things. But when you're talking about multiple seasons in between playing professional ball and then you got to go back to it, it's one thing to just say, hey, let's line up and see what we got. But, when you got that much on the line, obviously it's let's pay attention to the detail, to the technique. Like I said, he's played so much ball, so you're going back to kind of training him like a track athlete. And that's really what the 40 is just being able to maximize those first 3-4 steps. I know once he gets into top speed, we're good, right? So I would love to be able to see where these teams would move to more of a catapult, and place less emphasis, and you would see their raw speed as opposed to, how to beat a test, if you will. So good, I like that control. That one was a little choppy. Remember, if you lift the heel, right, it prevents you from being able to push forward and get a little bit longer stride. Just think knee forward, knee forward. Remember what I told you when you had that perfect rep? I said, drive towards me, drive towards me. I don't need less steps because that's gonna make you reach the foot. I just need you to punch that knee forward for me, all right? Big break, we're gonna hit it again. It's down and back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'll get in your ear tomorrow. I'll get in your ear. As soon as you're reminded of driving forward and big push, right? A little bit longer push, drive the knee forward, you immediately go right back to it. So it's just gotta be a matter of getting in your ear, giving you the right cues. I like it. If you want a couple more, I'd say reduce it. You felt good? Let's end on a high note then. We can start going off a couple starts. Think 50, 60%. Get your timing down, get your mindset right. You know what I'm saying? Get set up a couple times. That's your guy right there, right? Yeah. So we'll just be ready for this right here. Yes, sir.